Well, that's not just infested. The MOAs run up on you. Drones love to run up on you. Grineer, you've got several types of Grineer that love to run up in you and do melee. And with the slow rate of fire and you're getting swarmed, I just wouldn't suggest it unless you're doing a defense. You're not a bother. I'm here to help. How do you feel about just melee builds? I don't know. What do you think about a melee build? I love my torpedo for melee.
If you want a good melee character, go for like Valkyrie.
Yeah, Valkyrie's got the highest defense rating. She's got crap for shields, but she's got good health and an amazing armor rating. She's also got the ability to turn in literally invincible for, like, what was it, 8-10 seconds?
You can increase that with more duration too, by the way.
Melee builds can be quite amazing. I mean, I just love doing melee with my torpedo. For early to mid game, it's fantastic. For weaker enemies when you're up there, I go through a lot of missions doing absolutely nothing but melee. But for high-end survival and defenses where you're like 40, 50 waves in, the game goes through this unusual change of gameplay where everything becomes playable to... No, this is PlayStation 4. Check the elevators. Probably stuck in, probably a group of 3 or 4 stuck in an elevator. He's close to where I'm at. Yep, he's up here. Big group of enemies and my melee didn't give a shit. That's what I think of melee. My torpedo? 1. Well, you know I potatoed my torpedo. How long did it take me to get OP? This is only Tower 2 defense. I'm really not OP. This is just basic manipulation of the game's coding. The Nova really is a glass cannon. She can do an insane amount of damage, but she cannot take hits. The fact that I'm slowing down, you know, their attack speed by 60%, but can do huge damage, and it's a low difficulty tower, it's making me look better than she really is. But yeah, you put me in a tower 4, 1 to 2 shots, I'm dead. High-end tower 4, I am going down. See, look at that. I just got hit once, and that took over half my health and all my shields. So, no, I am not overpowered. I do big damage. I've got very exploitable abilities, but I am disturbingly squishy. Which, that's the thing with the Nova. You're supposed to put slow on her abilities and exploit them to where, yeah, you're gonna die, you get hit once or twice, but with you slowing everything down and causing the cascading explosions, you should never get hit. But even then, that's only going to last so long. As we get further into the waves, the enemies get so disturbingly strong and their armor rating gets so high that, you know, the 4 of us could be pounding on one person and we're not killing them. They're just that strong. And that's where I was talking about, you know, a lot of the weapons are great for general gameplay, but once you get to the point where the enemies themselves are literally overpowered, you have to use exploits. Like completely negating their armor, serious crowd control, just to get past basic waves. Take it easy, Swagger. Thanks for watching, and welcome new viewers. You could just get Mesa and Rhino and use his, that, actually Mesa doesn't scale for squat. Mesa's, be butthurt all you want, Alex, it's a known fact. Her ability does not scale for late game. I mean, yeah, for lower levels and lower waves, for just about any mission, whether it's a Nova, a Rhino, with a Mesa combo. No, but I've read the guides on her, and I'm letting you know that they're saying she doesn't scale with the enemy's difficulty, which means she's going to be stuck doing the same damage she does at round 1 as she does at round 50. Yes, the Rhino doubles the damage, but the problem is it's not just the health of the enemy that scales as the rounds hit wave 50 plus. It's also their armor rating. Your double damage don't mean shit when their armor rating's 2,000 plus and you're only doing 1 damage because of their armor. That's why you look on the forums and guides, the only way you're surviving extreme lengths in any of these missions is you have to exploit status effects, which bypass armor, bypass shields, and go straight for health.
Continue to defend. You will be
Super Loser, you awake?
I said yeah.
We didn't hear you. All I heard was a button click.
Oh. Not very well with that. We got some work to do.
Bruce, actually, for us, this is junk drop.
I still need to do the last 2, so.
We're going to be farming Sona later, so hopefully we'll get some nice drops off of that.
Right now I'm in the middle of doing this, so.
Welcome, new viewers. Anyone has any questions, feel free to ask them, and I just hit 21.
Yeah, besides us.
Sets don't really sell too well unless it's the new, absolute new stuff. Hell, lately it's getting to the point, it took me 6 hours on trade last night just to get rid of a Loki Systems. I got a Sindo Blade I still for some reason can't seem to get rid of. You just keep trying to exploit platinum out of me, don't you there? What mastery rank? I stopped worrying about my mastery rank at 10, which allowed me to get into the relays. I'm slowly creeping up to 11, but then again, like I said, I don't really care about my mastery rank until they come out with a reason for me to raise it any higher than it is. I brought my Loki Systems down as low as 50 plat, and people were asking for Loki Systems left and right, but I couldn't get one single buyer on it. They were all wanting to trade for it. They were all sitting there saying, looking to buy Loki Systems, and when I, sit there and say that I'm selling, they didn't want to offer. They wanted to give me trades. One was wanting to trade a split chamber for it. I'm like, no. Yeah, Loki Systems usually go between 70 and 100, depending on how the desperate the person is. No, I gotta wait 3 days for my Nova Prime to finally start building, and I'll admit it, if I was to get that Sendo Blade to sell, I would have used the 50 plat to rush her. Yeah, but the 25 plat ain't gonna do me any good, now will it? It still ain't gonna do me no good. The bolter, the non-prime bolter, right out of the box will do about 90 to 100 damage a bullet. That's how hard hitting it is. And it's a piercing weapon. The shot will go through the enemy and hit the enemy behind it, doing the same damage. This one's doing, on average, to most enemies, about 446, and there's still several critical mods that are suggested for a bolter that I don't even have yet. The heavy caliber, which comes from vault runs, we've done countless vault runs, I've yet to get one to drop. Piercing caliber, which is a set mod, which, yeah, right, I'm really not ready to spend 150 plat on one mod right now. No, we don't have any T3 survivals. We had about, what was it, 6 keys, and we ran it to the ground, got nothing. So that's what I used. That's what I used my Nova systems, not my Nova systems, my Loki systems for. I had traded that for the chassis I needed. Yeah, the Bolter Prime does a little bit more damage. The critical and the status percents are like 5% higher. With Shred on it, it went from 10 damage or 10 bullets a second to 13. With an extra, I think it's 1.2 meters of penetration. Yeah, like this. You see how thick this wall is right here? I could be standing on this side of it. There could be an enemy on the other side, and I'd be able to shoot and kill them. And there's Gary with a kitty on his back.
Reinforcements available.
All right, guys, we need to back out.
Leave now or continue fighting.
Enemies are getting a little up there for you guys being naked.
Very impressive, Tenno. You held them all back. Time to get out
Is
of
Lex
here.
Prime worth it? It's worth it for mastery. Well, Lex Prime's a secondary, and the thing is, now that there's these little syndicates here, each one has, you get to the max rank with them,
With these, you may
and
punish
each of the
our
6 syndicates each has their own unique syndicate secondary that they can give you. These, hands down, if you've got the opportunity to it, are the best things to have in your secondary slot, just for the proccing ability by itself. If you're going around with that, like you were seeing me using the Nova Wave and not shooting much, or earlier, about an hour ago, I was doing nothing but holding the gun with my Necros, doing the Desecrate for the dead bodies, getting extra items to drop, which means I was not able to attack. But because this thing was in my hand, every 20 seconds, it would fire out this shockwave that did 1,000 damage, killing everything on the screen. The Lex is not going to compare to that. And Blizzard left, not even saying goodbye.
It's a gnat. You got a gnat problem.
Well, I hope he comes back. But, whatever prime weapon you want to get for your secondary, go for it. If you like it and want to keep it, that's your choice. But in the end, your ultimate goal is to do research on your syndicates, find out which two you want to go for, and pick one of the weapons through them.
Oh.
That will take up your secondary slot pretty much 98% of the time. Bolter or Soma? Well, the thing is we've got two clan members that do have it. Damn it. And both of them hands down agree the Soma's fun to play with, but the Bolter is, for pure damage and usability, is 1,000 times better. The Soma needs, even with the critical build, just doesn't put out the DPS or the penetration that the Bolter does for large groups of enemies late game. And even from what I've read on the forums, a lot of vets are hoping that the Soma gets some sort of buff to make it on par with the Bolter. Which is kind of disappointing because I was really hoping to eventually get my hands on it. And, you know, have fun with it. Welcome back, Blizz. Getting Red Veil and the Meridian. That's Sony being Sony. Welcome back, Cave. Cave, you missed it. I hit 21 viewers. I've been consistent at 10 or plus the past couple hours. What level did your Sino Gamma Core hit? $26. Yes. With a proccing ability. Alright. If you want to put on the torpedo, go for it, but it'll cut the experience your weapon gains in half. It's only got 4 levels left to go, so it'll manage. Go ahead and put your torpedo on. Yeah, my advice to everyone for starting out, get yourself either Rhino or Rhino Prime just for the survivability of the majority of the missions until you are capable of getting some other Warframes for you to find your playstyle. As for a primary weapon, do I suggest a Bolter and a Bolter Prime? Absolutely. You ask anyone, that's going to be their go-to gun for just about anything. And it rips bosses a new one. Does power leveling count with Warframes? Yes, it does. Primary weapons, secondary weapons,
Give me
melee.
a couple minutes to let the dogs back in.
Alright, go for it. Warframes, Prime Warframes, your little floating pets, the, God, I'm having a brain fart. These things, the carriers and whatnot, those count towards your experience. The weapons they can equip count towards experience. The Kubros, there's 3 or 4 different types of Kubros, those count. Arc Wings, you've got 3 different Arc Wings. You've got 7 or 8 different weapons for the Arc Wing. That all counts towards mastery. Being they're both Sahasas, you're You're not going to get anything for the second Sahasa. You're only going to get the mastery rank one time off of each of the 4 different types of Kubros.
Operator, I thought you'd want to know.
Which one's better, raising one at a time or having a full? The more stuff you have equipped, the more the experience at the end of the round is multiplied amongst everything that you have, which is why I told these guys to just pretty much have their Warframe and the one item they're trying to power level. Because then basically half of the experience will go to the Warframe. Even if it's at level 30, it's still getting its share of experience. The other half of the experience is going to the weapon they're trying to level. If they had the pet on, the pet's weapon, the secondary, the melee weapon, that's 5 different things that the experience is being divided up into. I mean, we just went to round 25 on Tower 2 Defense. Their unranked weapon got up to 26. If they would have had everything on, their weapons would probably be only between, I'm guessing, 7, 8, 9. Which means we would have had to have run that tower 4 more times to get them anywhere near 30. So yeah, having multiple unranks will definitely slow you down. Go for it. How do I feel about shotguns? I love the Phage. Wanna bet? Phage. Shotgun mod, shotgun mod, shotgun mod. Well, gee, the game thinks it's a shotgun. Well, yeah, it's a shotgun laser pointer, but it still counts as a shotgun. I've heard the Boar Prime with certain builds can be quite fun to use. Other than that, for the most part, there's, let's see, the Detron and the Brack. I hear a lot of people are 50-50 about that, but then again, that's a secondary. But for the majority of the game's primary shotguns, use them and lose them. The problem with shotguns is... Bolter, bolter. The problem with shotguns is you got a serious damage fall off. You got the spread, which makes the damage fall off even worse. And most of them are designed not to penetrate armor, which means when you start getting to mid to late game, where you've got the heavy gunners and all these super units that got so much armor, the shotgun's just going to get laughed at.
Has been compromised. Defend the cargo until reinforcements arrive.
Yeah, that was close. Whee! God, I love my jump. 6 trees. Nope. Damn it. Now I look like a fool. Try this again, a little higher. Oh, fuck it. One little branch. Well, that's a nice chunk of money. Just pull out my ballistica and let it proc. Take it easy, Bruce. I hope things work out for you. If you manage to get a couple of items you can do trades for, you can usually find yourself a bolter for about 35 platinum to 40 at the most. Unless you find some people that are greedy. Well, for about a month I saw it at 40. Now I'm seeing people for some reason popping it up to 75 and 80 for some reason. Gun's way too easy and getting way too popular to be that high in cost. I think there's one part that requires Tower 4 defense, which will be the hardest one to get. Might be the receiver.
So what part are we trying to get for?
We're not trying to get anything. Some of these guys are just trying to power level their stuff up to 30.
I'm just here to collect parts and blueprints and shit.
Well, yeah. Don't complain about any free, parts you get. That's ducats right there.
Well, yeah. Which is always good.
Oh yeah, if you're in a good small clan, I've learned about that in Warframe. The smaller the clan, the better, because you're more likely to make some friends that are actually willing to talk to you and help you out, as opposed to the giant ones with 500 plus members where you pop in and nobody gives a shit. You basically don't exist. Yes. Public service announcement. Thank you for reminding me, Alex. If you're on the PlayStation version of Warframe and you see anything dealing with either the Voltaics Alliance or the Tryhards clan or their clan leader, Little Tryhard, just say no. Avoid it at any cost. Little Tryhard is an underage, sadistic little bastard that is currently being caught, I kid you not, putting up a clan website that requires your PlayStation Network name and password to log into. He has also gone to fellow clan members, including Blood Alex here in the chat, put up a Mesa key asking for help, and then when everyone got in, he demanded 20 platinum for everyone for the price of the key.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting?
Yeah, he's kept his clan tax at 100% for the past 2 months. He cares about nobody but himself. He is one hell of a fast talker, and he is exploiting anyone he can get his hands on. So, you see the name Little Tryhard or Tryhards, avoid it at all costs. The last thing I want is people coming into a game, trying it out, and then getting their platinum, stolen from them by some little fucking 14-year-old brat. Take it easy, Bruce. Yeah, well, sadly, Bruce, any game like this, you're going to have those types in it, and he's got an alliance under his control. He's basically got 2,000 plus followers.
I'm back.
Well, I'm not trying to stop him. There's nothing that can be done to stop him short of a, the feds getting involved, but these people are new to the game. You got to get the word out that there are exploiters out there. What's the mod do? No. what I did is I went for the 2 multi-shot mods. The toxic, I got the toxic status mod on. I have the, I believe it's called Ice Storm, that increases the clip size plus ice damage. And the thing is with the extra, what little percent it gives for the clip size, it gives you from 3 shots to 4, which when you do a charge shot, it gives you 12 missiles fired instead of the usual 9. But yeah, other than those 2 dual mods, I've only got basically just elemental mods filling up the rest of the slots. One of the times we did a vault run. It's a vault mod, yeah. No, it's a vault mod. It's a corruption mod. You got to go in, use a vault key to unlock the vault, and it's one of the rewards. Apparently, we seem to have an elevator stuck enemy. Welcome, new viewer. Cobra Earth. Use your Necros.
Actually, could I get help leveling my run?
Oh, he found him. Me, Super Loser, Blood Alex, and a viewer visitor. And welcome, new viewers. Feel free to ask a question, leave a comment. Yep, we're up to 17. Started talking about little tryhard, and that count went right through the roof. Yep. We don't like scrubs in our chat. We will definitely talk bad about them. And it's up to more. Welcome, new viewers. Yes, feel free to follow, comment, ask a question, say something silly, whatever. I love to interact. And what is with these stuck monsters? Jesus, that's 2 rounds in a row.
I like pudding pops.
You like pudding pops. You going for the Bill Cosby, huh?
The bibbidi bobbidi pop.
Buildy bobbity boo, Jello pudding pops. Everything dies. God, I love that.
I didn't rape her. I asked her if she wanted a pudding pop.
Yeah, I don't know if they'd have it on YouTube. There used to be a website way back in the day. We're talking like around 2003, 2004. It was called mp3.com. They had a lot of little joke commercials like that.
Ooh.
And one of the ones that they had was of Bill Clinton. He had just gotten into office, and it was a commercial for his big Willie Pops. And how all the women and all great lights are flashing. Anything new worthwhile in 6 months? Yes. Arc-wings are out. Couldn't tell you when Melee 2.0 came out, but I'm absolutely loving the hell out of the new Melee. That was last year? Okay. Quite a few new Warframes, lots of new primes. Got my Nova Prime building right now. The biggest changes are going to be, other than the Arc-wing, are going to be actually happening in the next couple months. Keep an eye posted on the official website and the resounding forums. They're coming up on the 2nd year anniversary. They're giving out for 1 week that the event is going. Anyone that logs into their Warframe account during that week will get a free set of Dex Dacre Daggers as the anniversary bonus. And even if you don't feel like coming back into play, just in case down the road you do, get those daggers. Just keep an eye out for when they become available and make sure you log in. Let's see. They just had what was it, PAX East? They had their second Tenno live there. They're calling it a dragon warframe named the Chroma. We're calling it the Anteater because it looks nothing like a dragon. Yesterday a viewer had made a comment, said it looked like a seahorse.
Well, a seahorse is considered a dragon.
So, yeah, we're calling it the Anteater Seahorse combo, but basically he's got a special thing to him. Whatever color his energy is, based on your color palette, is what element his abilities reflect. So you could have 4 people using the same Warframe, but actually go totally different elemental builds with them. Which, on paper, sounds pretty cool and impressive, but we're going to have to wait and see how that plays out. They're coming out with, let's see, a puncture-based glaive, which really, as cool as it looks, the glaive's not a whole hell of a lot useful game-wise. How much money have I spent on this game? Not a dime. Okay, I take that back. I have spent money on this game. I got the PlayStation 4 Renown Pack, which was gifted to me. I wasn't the one that got it. Somebody wanted to get it to me as a gift, and I accepted it. My infested shit? That's from the Renown Pack, you dipshit. Yes, that is from the fucking Renown Pack. You get 170 platinum from the Renown Pack. Yes. The Renown Pack. I had traded in a Sindel Blade for 50 platinum plus the 170 put me at 220, which is exactly what it cost to get it. Any more show-up questions you'd like to fail out there, Mr. Blood?
So small penis. Excuse me. Sorry, I know you're.
Extraction is ready. Unless you can handle
She said she was willing to go in 20 to get the set. And instead, I said she can go for the Renown Pack, which was $10 worth of platinum for only 7.
Keep fighting.
We went
Another
that route,
opportunity
plus I
to
traded in a
scrap your
Cinderblade for the other 50 plat that I needed to get the item. How long have I been playing? A little over 2 months. I got to rank 8 in less than 2 weeks. Which still to this day pisses off Alex. Because he spent 8+ months and was only ranked 6. Oh, no, 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 no. You do not sneak roof up on me. Being shot at by some goofy mint green mesa. But yeah, you don't have to spend any money on this game to get anything. You can get mods, blueprints, the prime parts that we're getting from doing the towers here. And you can go onto the trade chat. You can literally trade that to other players for their platinum and use that to get your stuff. Which, in the long run, honestly, is the more satisfying route. It's also the more skill-worthy route, because I have seen so many people that will pay for their prime parts or pay for their arc wings, and they will come into a party and they won't know how to use it, and they're just such a detriment. It's like, go through the little time it takes to earn the part, build it, you know, learn what it's good for, what situations can be exploited with it, and be a help to yourself and your teammates.
It's like learning how to use your dick.
No, that comes with just accidents. You know, you're just sitting there watching it one evening and it goes off and, hey, that's new.
Oh, no, you gotta learn proper technique.
No, it's more like riding a bike. You got to get the proper way done real quick. Start off with your training wheels, or otherwise, you know, you don't even know how to pedal a tricycle and you're putting someone on a crotch rocket. It's just an accident waiting to happen.
God damn it.
At least it was a good one. Did it taste good?
Tasted like semen.
No. Shut the fuck up.
We'll leave that one alone, thank you.
Yeah, so, tasted like today's dick.
He's talking about it a lot. I don't know, man. Him and Killer Dog seem to have a lot in common there. Wow, that was the longest cascade I've ever seen. Oh, the enemies are starting to survive more than one shot. Means they're gonna have to stop using my Aquilta, or not my Aquilta, Ballista.
Oh, damn.
What happened to your Gamma Core doing all these wonderful things? What the hell did you do to this robotic woman? That's abuse! I don't do worse. All I do is just fire off this little wave and then I pin their limp corpse to a wall. I at least make decorative art out of them. I don't just sit there and have my way with them and then leave them dead on the ground. Such degradation.
least they're still warm after they die.
Oh my god, my 70th burning wasp. We must celebrate with champagne and pizza. God, as if we haven't... Actually, we've not had an overrun part drop this run.
We got the prime blade.
There's my potato pulled up.
Or did you guys forget about that?
The prime blade? What, Oberon prime blade?
Could have swore we did, didn't we?
Oberon doesn't have a blade. Well, use an AoE to kill it.
Reinforcements available. Do you
I had
choose
the
to
over.
leave now or
Yeah.
continue fighting?
Dang.
You trying to tell me nobody in the group has an AoE?
Continue to defend. You will be rewarded for your bravery.
Any other? Well, we're not in the group that he is. Any more curiosities or questions from the viewers? Oh, you're on Cobra Earth. If you get a bolter, you should be able to find out where he's at and shoot him. Welcome, new viewers. Stupid little Xmas trying to sneak
Girls,
us on.
eat.
Oh, wow. What'd you do? Force started, or did you wait for a group? Normally doesn't happen with Kova. Need a good weapon. Any suggestions? Primary, secondary, or melee? Yeah, what, we'll need more information. What's weapon specifics? Are you know, primary, secondary, melee? What's your rank? That's very important. And, what's your weapon preference? Do you prefer, status weapons? Something hard-hitting? Single shot?
I wouldn't mind melee weapon. Hell yeah, because I really wanted it. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get that freaking pack for $7, and then I'm gonna get freaking sword and shield.
Primary wants the bow.
Fire.
Okay, what rank are you? Because before rank 2 and after rank 2 completely changes everything. There's really 3 bows in this game. Only 2 of them are
Did you eat
considered
your pizza?
usable. You're generally not going
gotta
to
eat it
get
all if you
access
want
to
more.
either one of them until you're probably between, you know, rank 5 or higher. There's always an exception, but, you know, depending on, you know, what group of friends you're playing with. But Paris Prime, wow, that cat got stepped on. The Paris Prime, a lot of people enjoy using, but the upper limb is a pain in the ass. Is Mirage any good? Let me finish the bow question, and I know who to hand off the Mirage questions to, and we'll get to that part. But the Paris Prime, the upper limb is an absolute pain in the ass to get. Equally also a pain in the ass would be fighting the Stalker and getting the Dread to drop, which, being the fact that a couple of days ago we got 2 to drop in an hour, would counteract that saying. But I know a lot of people that haven't got it. But yeah, those 2 bows are definitely ones to go for. The problem is getting to that point.
You can trade for the Paris Prime, but you can't do
Stick with some sort of machine gun, the Bratton, the Bolter, the Soma. One of those 3, get one of the prime variants of it until you can start working your way towards one of those 2 bows.
If I were you, unless you got a lot of forma, then don't make the Bratton Prime. Because without it, it's still a piece of shit.
Well, depending on the mod builds, none of them really are effective without it, except for the Bolter.
It's a non-thermal polarity clock. And it runs out of ammo a lot quicker than the Bolter.
Alright, hold on. Cave, you still there? Are you being shared? Okay, well then, can't rely on you. So I guess we'll have to work on Alex for the answer. Go for it. Got a question that would be up yours and Alex's alley. Where can you check your rank? You press start, and up to next to each person's name, you see it says DF Stormbringer 10. That's my mastery rank. Super Loser is 1, Blood Alex is 9, Blizzard is 10. You can also, well, I can't do it here, but in the main screen, you can go to your profile, and that will show you your rank there.
You can do it right now by just pressing start.
No, there is no profile in there. It's abilities, combos, communication. What do you mean? Nope, you can't. No. You gotta be in the main screen.
Resume. Well, let me resume and press up. It'll say show profile on each person. After that option to delete other
well, there you have it. Are you shared, Cave?
Give me 1 second.
Is Banshee any good? Can't say, I've not used her yet.
It's okay depending on what you're playing.
Fucking Banshees look terrible. I can't even stand looking at a Banshee.
Well, wait until you're shared before you answer that.
I'm shared now, so I just said it.
Yeah, he's asking where Banshee is. There's, Tora Dog is wanting to know if Mirage is any good.
Well, you need the potato. There's no questions about it. You need
well, for anything to be any good, it's got to have a potato, but you can still potato stuff and it still be crap.
With the, depending on what explosive weapons or any melee, you put hollow mirrors, and it's basically that weapon times 4. Once you can get the Syndicate mods in that, it just makes it even more better.
What you may, it's good, but you need to have streamlined, fleeting expertise, intensify blind rage, continuity. Constitution's optional for redirection. Narrow mind is an optional, and flow.
I see a lot of people use her against infected defense, but I'm guessing she's one of those that's
put
basically.
Put the hollow mirrors and the prism, you'll have your own little dance squad to take everything out.
Basically, you add a Angstrom, a torpedo, and you just find a little corner where they can't reach you, and you'll basically just pop everyone's gun.
Oh, well and good using it with hollow mirrors, but your damage does get halved. I think it's halved. It might be more than that. It might be like a quarter of your damage.
I've been thinking here, operator.
I think there's an augment mod where she gets kills and that percentage actually goes up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me see, what's it called? Over to back here.
So with the right build, she's got a couple of situations she can be actually quite useful for.
Mainly for prison, to be honest. That's the only thing.
And with 26 unique Warframes, a lot of the Warframes are very situation specific.
You're gonna want Hall of Malevolence. The damage of your doppelgangers is increased by 5% every time you kill an enemy. So you keep fucking killing enemies, dude, you'll be unstoppable.
Isn't that Cephalon
And the
Suda?
Eclipse Augment is what you want as well.
Where is it at? Like, which syndicate you were looking at?
It's Arbiters of Hexus.
Arbiters of Hexus.
You also want to get Total Eclipse.
Well,
depending on your
anyone
build.
have a Warframe handle?
Mirage, right there. Hall of Malevolence. Damage is increased by 5% every time you kill an enemy, which with infected swarming you is going to go up pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on my fucking Frost and just been using my top shit, and I've been out damaged by Mirage a couple of times.
And this is Cave XRR speaking. He's got his own Twitch channel under the same name. Feel free to look him up on occasion.
I think Total Eclipse will also be okay if you're not planning on using the prison that much.
Alright, so you guys level 30 on your gear. Can we start farming the harder stuff?
Yeah. Rank 30 on it? No.
Alright.
Next, you need to buy a potato.
Alrighty. Guess we're going stuff.
Well, we could try the
Syndicate points don't work. Well, what you got to do is, first off, you got to be of the rank. Like right now, you see the scale.
I was wrong about you. You're a hero.
Damn it, you ugly ass mechanical woman! Get off my screen. Here you'll see the blue bar on the left side of the screen going all the way up to Protector, but General's is still grayed out. It's because I'm rank 4 out of rank 5. I cannot, well, I can get the weapon augment mods, but the ability augment mods are still out of my reach. I can go down here, I can see the price for them, but I cannot purchase them because there's that line through them that says it requires General. So if you're not of the rank, you can't spend your 25,000 standing points to buy the object.
You know what,
Chroma's the
I'll put on
Dragon
Mirage.
Frame's name, yes.
I'll put a Mirage, and if we do like a...
Hey, Billy, if you still want to do power leveling, I suggest you join my game.
Yeah. Waiting for these stupid fuckers to just get done here real quick.
Alright, who'd we lose? We lost our viewer.
Blizzard says he's restarting his Warframe. But if her asks for Mirage, I could probably put her up and show her off.
Welcome new viewers. Okay, Alex is going to be putting on his Mirage, so that'll be able to show off his build and what she's capable of.
Now let's see it like a Cobra.
Yeah, that's what we've been saying. He looks like an anteater. Another viewer a couple of days ago said he looked like a seahorse. So we're calling him the anteater seahorse, which is clearly not a dragon. But thankfully, at least I've got, you know, the infected lizard tail to put on him.
Is it?
Tenno, a new alert has
Oh
begun.
shit!
It will be
Orokin
marked on
reactor.
navigation.
Oh, what?
Shit just hit the
hell
fan.
yeah. Okay, where is that at?
Well,
Anyone capable of getting on Warframe? We just got an Orokin reactor that just popped up.
I'm on Warframe right now.
Alright,
Let
I'm
me
joining
in.
you, Cave.
Let me in. Actually, I already have one, so I don't really need another one.
You always need more reactors.
Yeah, you cannot have enough. I'm gonna make that for sure.
Well, yeah, look, I'm gonna go. Well, we have
Join
8
off
people,
of
so we could
Cave.
go in.
Our party's already full once Snow gets back in.
Send me an invite, kid.
Yeah, we have a full party, so we got a fire team of 2.
Thanks.
Yep. How's that for a stream? Oh, just hit 20. Welcome, new viewers. Those that just
20?
joined.
20?
Yes, I was
Very
at 21
nice.
earlier. For those that are just now joining, if you play the game, I don't know if it's across the board on all systems, but PS4 just got a reactor blueprint just popping up right 10 seconds ago.
Ooh, very nice, very nice.
All right, we got him in.
Okay, it's on Uranus, so I suggest you put up the good shit.
Yep,
I'll
put
still
on your
try to
best.
use that Mirage, but I'll put up the bolter.
Welcome up real early. Hello, Misangara. Welcome to the stream. Feel free to ask any questions.
Is this for the... Are we gonna do the alert later?
If we're doing the
this is
alert
the
now.
Well,
We're doing the alert right now too.
Simply put, a
Jesus
potato
Christ,
pops
yeah.
up, you drop everything, and you get it.
No question there.
Freaking bright. Your game is so bright.
It's not the game, it's the fact that we're in the void and it's putting out a lot of light.
Holy crap. Blinding.
Katie,
I'll bring
join
up
my,
the,
join my stream.
Okay, whatever. I'll put it on my laptop.
Yes, the guy running in the background is Cave XRR. He's got his own stream apparently going on Twitch as well, which means I need to share, so...
Brand new Oberon.
It's fine. I'm on my frost. I can fucking take everyone.
I'll carry it.
Who are we waiting on? Maybe, damn it. Oh, shit. My controller's about to die.
Hold up.
Snow, is that you?
Because,
Alright, just making sure I don't have to send you a chat invite. Go ahead and start it up. I'm gonna switch controllers. It won't take me 2 seconds.
it's on Uranus, so
Oh,
be
God
ready to
damn it.
get your ass kicked. I know I will.
God damn
Let's
it! Why
do
do you
this.
keep doing that? Damn thing.
Alright, we're back. We're back. Where do you get Rhino Prime? Basically, the Void. Tower 1 through Tower 4. The best place to look up for any Prime parts is on the official Warframe wiki. Just pop up Google, do Rhino Prime parts. It'll take you right to it. And nobody you ask is going to offhand know where every part
Do
comes
not
from.
leave me behind.
So,
Please. I'm carrying the thing. And
access to the
I'm
wiki, at least for finding your prime
You guys have
parts, is
left
the
me
best way,
behind.
because you've got to farm
if you guys
for
die-
not just the 3 parts, but the blueprints.
You know, it's
I
not
don't
my
even see you.
fault.
Where are you?
God, I don't even know what kind of mission this is. It's clearly not an exterminate.
What the hell?
Oh, deception. Basically, good old console and hack it. We're
We're on the
done.
sensors now. You've been detected.
But yeah, Rhino Prime's not that hard to get. If you're in a clan or got yourself a couple of decent level friends to play with, he's usually acquirable. Well, that's Mesa for you. 5 people down.
Dumbass in Mirage. Watch the door, this door closed on me when I shot it, watch.
Hey, did you guys look at that Orokin reactor blueprint already?
We're working on it.
If you want, Gus, join on Cave.
I'm already doing it
We
though.
got a random.
Are you guys actually doing the
I mean,
mission
I'm
right
sorry,
now? Or
I
are you guys
know
doing
that's not the
assignments to
answer
get
you
to
were
it?
looking for your
We're doing the
Rhino
actual
parts,
mission.
but you're
Don't worry about
basically
it then.
anyone you ask on Warframe is going to tell you that. there's literally, God, between all the
Where the heck you guys
weapons and the Warframes, you're looking at several hundred different parts. No one's got that list memorized.
For what? To get Rhino parts?
Yeah.
Very much.
Someone
It's
popped
Tower
in.
3 Exterminate or Tower 4 Exterminate for like the blueprint, isn't it?
I couldn't tell you offhand. I know it's for one of the parts. I couldn't tell you offhand.
Yeah, that's for the
Whoa.
blueprint.
That was a lag spike. And we need to go down.
Alarms have been reset.
Of course it does. Go eat your food.
And there's Prism.
The Disco Ball of Death. Mirage's signature move.
I'd say it's a Hall of Mirrors.
Pretty much, I was about to say. Hall of Mirrors is the only thing going for a signature. It kind of reminds me of like of Harley Quinn from the Batman series almost with the helmet.
The hell?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. Oh shit.
I didn't like the helmet she came with. But when I saw they looked for it, I decided to go for it, and I got
Find
it.
and access the terminals.
Instant makeover.
Upload completed. Nice work.
I like Deceptions. They're very
Yeah, I can
easy
see
and
why
calm.
people. I can see why people like Orthos now.
And I know why I've been talking so highly of it.
Did you guys get
I'm
it?
using just the regular one. It's pretty nice actually.
Storm.
What?
You guys pick it up or something or no?
There's nothing to pick up. All you gotta do is run to the console, hack it, and then get the hell out. Deceptions are some of the easiest missions to do.
Go in, get
They
out.
spotted you. Get ready for a fight.
I hate when I jump up and I'm supposed to go down.
I hate it when I try to fucking swing my Orthos in the air to go faster, and it's just a drop animation.
I want to get, but I'm kind of new. Resources. Well, starting out, resources are a bit of a pain, but the more you play the game, the game's definitely a grind. It's not a painful grind, but it's definitely a grind. You're going to have to put a lot of hours into it to get stuff. No doubt about that. For the hidden message you don't... oh, for the Mirage. Yeah.
Some of that fucking... The riddle was a pain in the ass.
Did you make Alex help him?
Why? It's all Greek mythology. You just have to find the mission that correlates with the Greek mythology poem, and there you go.
At least for you, but not for me.
I'll admit I've not done it yet.
Plus, you also need to do...
I love cucumbers!
Mirage is not high on my priority list right now, especially considering so many other clan members I play with have her.
Alright,
Well, who else has Mirage other than me?
I'm at a power level, guys, so...
Cave's got her.
I got her. Just kidding.
She's just so situational, and you know, I got other priorities.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
She's great for getting pinned underneath the door.
Hey, no. That was a conflict by the game. It's like, bringing an angst room. But then again, I wanted to show off the multi-shot.
Yeah, she is one of the cooler looking Warframes, I'll admit that.
I kind of like Mesa, to be honest. Better looking.
Broken Reactor.
I think you just like girl Warframes, Alex.
No, just the damn helmet is more badass looking. Like, the one for Mirage just looks like, well...
The Mesa helmet looked like she's been mummified.
Well, if you get the story, she was controlled by instead.
Super glue.
How does my stream look, KD? Is it nice and
Hey,
clear?
good luck at getting the other
Very
helmets for
clear.
Mason for a while.
Smooth.
I'll have to buy them for platinum.
It's in HD,
I'm
so.
not that. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't like that helmet that
Over,
much. I like the
where's
back
my
of it, but I don't like the
Rogan?
front. To be honest, I'll be sticking with the standard helmet. What I really want is the damn pulse helmet for gold. I want that.
Potatoes being built.
Well, preferably arcane, but I'd rather take the standard one.
I should have put my Soma on, not my Boltor.
Just because I like how it looks. It looks so cool looking. I got a storm helmet, but it doesn't look right on it.
Alright. Barring any more emergency reactor pop-ups or anything else that might pop up, shall we try ourselves a T4 defense? See if we get anything good to drop?
And should it be?
Alright, man.
Bye.
Great playing with you. Take it easy. Looks like one of the two parties is going to be having an opening.
I've been thinking, operator. I thought you'd want to know.
Wow, the lights flash when Ordis talks. That's kind of creepy.
He is haunted. I know.
Alright, our viewer
So
has
we got
left.
Stormbringer and Blizzardbringer? Like, come on.
Well, yeah,
We bring it one way or another, man.
Come on, guys, you guys gotta look at the cryopod. It's getting attacked. Guys gotta be on that shit.
I'm literally on it.
Alright, so what shall we do with only 3 people unless one of our viewers wants to pop in?
Hate to say, but maybe a vault run?
There you go. We have ourselves a request. Is there any viewers here that wants to fill in slot 4 for a vault run?
You figure that out. I'm gonna go take a
This
piss.
does mean you have to... Well, there we go. Mason Gara, what's your rank? Are you capable... First come, first serve, Tora. Mason, what's your rank?
Who cares what rank they are? You guys can
A vault
carry
run,
them.
I care what rank. A rank 2 is not going to be able to make a dragon key.
No, that's true. Forgot about the keys. It's been a while since I've done vault runs.
They're pointless because they always give the same crap.
Yep.
What do they give?
Very
crap.
powerful and useful mods, though the better ones are disturbingly rare.
Well, I
Oh.
could go for...
Welcome back, Hopeless.
They're building that reactor now. Cool.
Come on, Mesa, what rank are you? I know there's a 30-second delay, but damn.
Can't believe that reactor takes a day.
21 with a
Yep.
Trinity.
Now, is this a
you have a
reusable
Trinity.
blueprint or is this going to disappear?
Disappear.
Tora Dog, you're rank 3. Sorry, Tora,
Yeah.
you would not survive in an Orokin derelict. I'm all for helping new players, but where we're going, new players will not be able to help. It's going to take all 4 people knowing what they're doing.
Our whole clan is online, I just noticed.
Oh yeah.
Our whole clan?
Yep.
Hmm.
We need 3 more people. We can have. I think the 4.
Well, if the other guy doesn't answer with his rank and what he's going to be running, well then awesome, you're next in line.
Wait, did you guys got a reactor or a?
We just got a reactor blueprint.
Oh, so I can actually put one on my Hydroid and my Mirage. That's good.
7 reactors for primes.
You have to give that second reactor to the Ram Syndicate.
Means I'm going to have to go back. On the tank. Pro, you're next in line. There's still a guy that was before you as long as he gives his information. So we know he's capable of doing a vault run, but he seems to be going quiet right now. For all I know, he could be firing up his PlayStation.
Operator, the system needs you. Will you begin?
No, you stupid machine. I'm not talking to you.
How,
At least it activated when I said PlayStation instead of all the other stupid words it usually activates to.
Mustache?
I'll put the decay.
It activated.
PlayStation?
Mustache. Mustache?
Yes, Killer
Mustache.
Dog's PlayStation apparently likes massages. Oh yes, he's I
No,
guess
say mustache, not
Mustache.
massage.
Mustache.
Mustachio. Mustache.
yes.
Mustache.
Welcome viewers, prepare for the hilarity that will
just-
be
It's just sitting there
the
now.
hobbled.
Oh, I went away.
Where is it? There we go. Hobbled Rhino.
If you want, I'll go hobble.
I'm fine with hobbled. I don't complain about it.
I'll go hobbled.
I go hobble because I got a good excuse. I got a.
All right, awesome. We're not getting any response from the other guy, so looks like you're up.
I put out the bread in. This thing is gonna rip them up a new one.
O-M-E. Yep, spell that
I
wrong.
want to get that iron shrapnel.
Do you pay to win? There is no pay to win on Warframe.
Hey, but the syndicate that I'm in, they have it.
What's that, Gus?
The iron shrapnel augment.
Oh,
Which does what again?
It basically, anytime you get rid of your iron skin, it pretty much explodes into that. For the.
But yeah,
Working
Cheddar,
on
there's pretty much premium currency gets you cosmetic items. Yeah, you can buy some of the Warframes and the Prime equipment,
shit.
but you can also earn it through doing.
Please don't be an Elmo.
Yes, he's not an
He's an
Elmo.
Elmo.
He is not an Elmo.
I'll leave. Better not be.
He's fine. No,
Elmo.
not a Nova. He said an Elmo. Basically, a 6 to 10-year-old with the high squeaky voice sounds like they belong on a Sesame Street.
Pretty
Did you say
much.
Fos?
Yeah, good. We would have won a small child here.
You know, KD, you're not that far from being an Elmo.
He's got a point there.
I'm not.
He has a point there.
Okay.
Alex, shut the fuck up.
It's true though.
Alex, you cannot talk. I'm sorry. You are
Yeah,
still an
no.
Elmo.
Okay.
You're just barely bearable. Okay.
No,
Here's
that's
what your
fucking
platinum
gas.
will get you. You can
Well, Gaz, don't even talk about
Get
him.
some
He's
weapons.
Out. Like 100%.
where you can either just flat out buy them and have them there for your using
Oberon, helmet
pleasure,
blueprint. My life is
or
complete.
The world is saved.
probably getting back from being maintenance. You can get the blueprints for in-game credits, in which you can build it over 12 hours, so you're really not skipping much by
Like how
using
many
real
bolt
world
tours
money
I have,
there.
guys? Look at that. Oh.
Same with Warframes.
Six
You can
minutes.
either buy them outright with premium currency, or you can go to the blueprints and build them yourselves over a period of a couple of days. You're not getting anything other than cosmetics, which is right here under Warframe accessories, which some of those will actually drop down as emergency alerts for you to grab. Pickled cheddar, I trust, I understand and completely 100% agree. Hardcore. Pay to win games like Dust 314, things like that.
Combat arms.
I'll play them, find out they're pay to win, and they get immediately uninstalled. Everything in here, the only thing that you cannot earn legitimately in-game are some of the cosmetic items. And the amazing thing about that is you get yourself like some of the prime stuff, which is the upgraded Warframes. Where is it? Equipment, inventory, prime parts. You do some of the tower missions like what we're about to do. You get some of these drop. These are the parts you use to build the end game stuff. You can trade these with other players and they can buy them off of you for platinum. So some of the cosmetic items that don't normally drop through alerts, like the little lizard tail that's on my back and the little flapping things, you can get those through trading platinum from other players. But other than that, there is nothing you can buy that makes you better than another person. You can earn everything. This game truly is 100% free to play and is the best free to play game ever.
This isn't pay to win. This is just to get stuff faster. You don't pay to win. You just pay to get stuff faster. That's all you do.
The color palettes, the character accessories, the cosmetics, that's the only thing that's platinum. And you can trade for that stuff. You can get yourself some experience boosters, but if you would have been watching about an hour ago, Alex got his Cyanoid Gamma Core. It was rank 0. At the end of 2 missions, it was rank 30 because I power leveled him.
Not really, it was rank 8 before we went.
I'd like to say something.
Go for it.
You should probably try a Roken Derelict capture. It is much quicker than Exterminate.
It's the only one that I had on. I could make one. If you don't want to, I can get rid of it.
Well, the thing with capture over exterminate is exterminate has a limited number of enemies. Whereas capture, you're constantly going to be flooded and swarmed with enemies no matter what you do.
But with captures, I've been able to finish vault running like extremely fast.
Alright.
1 minute done.
If you got the capture key handy, put it up. We'll do it.
Okay. Well then, decline the survey then.
But yeah, Pickle Cheddar, before my computer died, I used to be one hell of a dedicated PC gamer. And I have played so many free-to-play games out there, and yeah, most of them are...
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
I joined. Good job, whoever put the laser down.
That was a disaster. But yeah,
yeah, blame KD for lasers.
Oh shit, I joined.
I do not support pay-to-win games whatsoever. Like World of Tanks, when it was in the beta, the game was a blast to play. It was amazing, and then when it came out of beta and went retail, and pretty much a rank 1 or 2 tank could buy gold ammo and 1 to 2 shot of rank 10. I stopped playing that real quick.
That's not true. Rank 1 tank won't one shot a fucking rank 10 tank.
Well, first off, how will we leave?
That is hella not true.
Probably not now, but when the game first came out of beta, yeah, it did. Mason Gara, I tried asking you what rank you were and whatnot, and we waited 5-6 minutes, and you never responded. So...
Could I have another invite? I fucked up and joined a different guy. Fucking random.
Guys, keep defending. I gotta get up here safe. And 1,000.
I get 5 invites every damn second.
Oh, what the hell are you posted?
He probably doesn't have to post anything.
Well, unless you're in a trading chat or recruiting a region, then maybe that's why.
I'd never
Alex,
post
some players
anything.
are actually
People
good at
just
playing this
invite me.
game.
No, but wait, you still
Yeah,
go
all
to
the clans that are
trading
good at this
region.
game are small clans.
And he's talking about us specifically.
No, I'm not talking about us specifically. I'm talking about any
I'm
small
our own
clan.
horn, motherfucker, okay?
Well, yes, you can toot your horn, but I'm just saying any small clan does fantastic. And Mazengara, I promise, as soon as the slot opens up, you're next in line. And why? God, I hate being
Thing
hobbled.
is, no one even said what keys they're using.
TV's so damn loud.
Dude.
Damn it.
It's been so damn long since I've done a vault run.
Same for us, man, but...
You can ask some of the people that were here, Mason. I was sitting there asking for you for nearly 10 minutes. And you never responded.
Well, don't worry about it. You're gonna lazy, you're gonna lazy.
Well, I put the girls in the tub, and then when I came back from putting the girls in the tub, he was still asking for it.
Well, I didn't want to just bail on him and look like an ass.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you guys a really hard question.
Go for it.
Live streamers, whatever, I don't care who answers it. But you say yes or no. What if you could make 1,000 people happy, but be tortured for 5 hours?
It would depend on the torture for the simple fact I'm a caregiver. The stuff that I gotta go through on usually a daily basis is considered torture to most.
Well, that's it's only 1,000 people though, so no. A lot of streamers do go through that. I consider torture.
If you're talking about, am I gonna sit there and smash my testicles with a 15-pound sledgehammer just to get 1,000 views? No, it's not gonna happen.
Oh no, it's not 1,000 views. It's just making someone's day happy.
No, I would not abuse myself just to make 1,000 people happy.
No. I think I went through enough torture in Afghanistan.
Only 27% of people said yes. Oh, and I think it probably also depend on your religion or whatever.
Well, not really religion, just basically way of life.
I did 19 and a half months in Afghanistan. I went through enough torture to make people happy. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Let's see. Would be good for this.
Dual Ikers are great
The
meat
hell's
blenders.
the vault?
Yes, they are.
I love my dual Ikers.
Oh yeah, so where are you?
I'm still in the room, just not leaving the room with a big tree.
Okay,
I need to level this up some more.
come down in this little pit here.
I'm working there, remembered. Slowest Warframe in the game, and I'm hobbled.
Okay, next time I'm using hobble.
I don't mind being hobbled. That's what the torpedo's for.
Oh shit, I didn't realize. I had the extinguish key.
Okay, see
Well,
that
you have
hole
a key.
right there?
I was wondering.
How's it
if
going,
was doing a
Storm?
little damage.
Damn. Okay, that's it. No disrespect, I'm calling you 99. Which, if you've ever seen Get Smart, maybe the female, but was one of the coolest people in the show.
Going.
What?
You see this hole up here? You got to get up here. Oh shit. There's that when I missed the jump.
What the heck's at the waypoint?
The way
These are
up.
rooms that not many people know about.
Yeah, I found about it yesterday. I did not want to hop that railing. Are you kidding me? Alright.
I can't wait.
Now this is being a pain.
The bad
Alright,
fun
guys.
is just starting out.
I'm going back to
Spring
Grand
Break,
Theft Auto.
you
I'll be
get-
streaming that.
You, me,
So
get
I'll talk to you
Mirage.
guys in a little while.
The only reason I'm getting
See you tomorrow.
is because I like the Breton.
Well, yeah, the thing is, it has no polarity slots. starting out, it's gonna be feeling like
shit. I have to former the shit out of it.
Fuck those bonus
Yep,
Put the
area.
former like
I'm
6
looking for
times,
the
you're
wall.
gonna do good damage out of it.
Is the way forward up there, or is it just a bonus area?
Okay, that's funny because
the
I have
bonus
never
area?
formed one of my weapons, any one of my weapons, and
Yeah,
yet
there's not
I
even
made
anything up
stuff
here.
do like 1,000 damage.
Trust me,
Thousand only?
you're gonna need 4 months max just for this one gun.
During break, can I get you?
Whatever. I'm just gonna add 2
I'm
Bs.
sure we'll have a couple of other clan members that'll be wanting to get it, so I guess if you're on and that falls together, I don't see why not.
Yeah, what?
What's KD?
We keep getting Ds.
I
but we
couldn't.
want more
I
Bs.
couldn't tell you when spring break is. I've not been in school for a decade.
I know for me,
right?
well,
Spring
one
break,
depends
when's that?
on the full district.
Hey, do you all have room
Just say it's in
your-
spring.
Kids get a spring break now?
Yeah.
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 Mine's in the end of March, basically.
It was the funny thing. People mistake me for a 14-year-old.
I don't know. Well, next to Katie, I could see that, knowing Katie's 16.
He's 16, he bought a fucking sword.
And I'm 11.
Oh, shit.
If you're 11, then your balls haven't dropped long ago.
Anyway, so do you all have room in your party?
The streaming party is
Okay,
currently full right now. Thursday. There's Thursday, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I'm going to tell you I have no idea what the plans are because rumor speculates that the next major Warframe patch. Wow, that killed me quicker than usual.
Someone get to his salty ass.
I'm coming down, I'm coming down.
What the heck? Why can't I get this? I got a
God, that's the first time a laser's downed me that quick in, God, months. But yeah, with major patch coming out with potentially new Prime stuff, we don't know if we're going to be rushing to try and get something.
There's going to be a Vault Prime.
You know why?
Well, we know Vault Prime is supposed to be coming out either, we suspect, in 16. But
definitely 16.
But
He's coming
they've
out with the
already
Dragon
let it
Warframe.
slip on the Warframe main site that the Prime Access Nova and the Prime Access attachments will be no longer available on the 17th, which means something's going to have to pop up to replace them. And they're usually not going to be doing that unless, you know, some major patch is coming out, which they've already stated at 10 Live that the PS4 update was already up for certification. And Sony likes to release their stuff on Tuesday, so signs are pointing to yes.
There's supposed to be an update this week's Tuesday?
Yes.
Or no, last week's Tuesday?
No, nothing was going to happen
it
last
got
week's
delayed, I don't
Tuesday
know.
because that's when 10 Live was.
Storm, get your ass over here. I found it, and we can see.
Yay!
It's in the big tree room too.
Yes, welcome to
Urban
the
Dictionary
Hobbled
has to
Rhino
read his
Show.
shit.
Did I just go the wrong way?
Ah, come on!
What?
What happened?
Okay.
Yay!
Nope, never mind.
I'm no longer off. Don't grab it!
A pristine Orokin vault.
Oh, what the?
Curious. You've
He
got
zipped in and grabbed it. Now
Something
you're
is
double
different
cursed.
about this artifact.
Ta-da.
Something's wrong.
Oh well.
I don't give a shit.
His
Who
choice.
grabbed it?
The Trinity. I do believe that's the viewer. If he wants to be double cursed, that's entirely his choice. I'm not going to complain. Just as long as he knows he's got the double negative side effects on him now.
I was in a bathroom or something.
Well, you know how you've got the one key on which is extinguished, which reduces your damage by 90%, right? Well,
Yeah.
you've also got the additional side effect for carrying the second thing. So you're basically carrying two keys right now. You're getting double the negatives.
Oh, it reduces your health. Okay.
Yeah, when you use the key and you pick up the item, whatever you get cursed with while carrying the artifact is random. So yeah, it could have been hobbled, which usually or that could have
I'm
happened.
dead.
Well,
Okay.
the good thing is when you die, the three of us are already here. And welcome new viewers.
I'm just pretty much playing hop skip right now.
Note to self, you did not piss off a wall.
Yes, this game's walls hate players.
Especially me, yeah, Sora kind of figured it out one time by himself.
No, I don't have a problem with
man.
walls. It's doors I have a problem with. I'll go up to a door,
Oh, yeah,
and it will warp me to the side of the door while it's opening, and it will push me into the wall.
yeah, apparently I was trying to do a trick with melee.
I've had it happen
and
6
well,
times, so...
Another job.
Welcome to the stream,
Man,
Carlos
you
and
don't
Crisis.
ever bring a Thibodeau. Don't ever bring a Thibodeau with a vault with 2 rhinos and a Valkyr. Don't ever do that.
And why is that?
Oh, okay, now you
You literally break the game by doing that.
Oh, I break the game
you do
constantly.
this, if you copter once, you go straight through the wall.
I'm doing that. I actually want to see that.
You want breaking the game? I'll be damned if I can remember what tower run it was, but halfway through, I had looked through my inventory. Weird stuff was happening. I had looked in my inventory. In fact, it was a Tower 4. We were waiting for Vor to show up. We'd already completed the objectives. We're at the exit waiting on Vor, and I peek in my inventory to see what I had, and I had a Forma in there. Not a blueprint, a fully completed Forma that dropped on the ground and I had picked up mid-mission. And I have not heard anyone anywhere ever find a Forma drop on the ground in a tower.
Rebuild.
That's weird. That should not ever happen.
Well, I got a screenshot of it, and these guys have seen it. It says Forma.
I would call screenshot editing, but
Do I have Tower 4 Exterminate? Guys, they're asking if I got Tower 4 Exterminate.
Oh, let me check. I know I got a Tower 4 key recently.
85 enough.
Tower 4 defense, Tower 4 mobile,
this enough?
survival. No, everyone has that.
Tower 4 Survival. I only got 5 of those. I got 124 defenses though.
Hey, play with your stuff for a minute. I gotta wash some hair. Give me 5
I
minutes.
forgot to get a bunch of them before the update. It updated it.
Willie Moser says Forma's 100k credit and different types of boosters will drop for canisters in the void. Well, I'll be.
This is how angry.
No wonder I
Have you
like
ever
breaking
done a
canisters.
Draco run?
Well, then maybe that's why you got one.
Holy shit.
Welcome, new
Right
viewers.
there.
Well, something's happened. I just went up 12 viewers. We're up to 32. Welcome to the room, guys.
Oh, God.
The struggle for the bow handle.
Yeah,
Okay. You said you were wanting to do captures? Yep, there we go.
I had 2 of them built now.
The bow handle, yeah, it drops eventually.
We could try. You know what? I'll try pure melee with the torpedo.
Crisis, I'm absolutely sorry. Right now we're full, and we got a viewer with us, and we've got another one waiting for a spot to open.
Darn, you're gonna hate me, but I'm going pure melee.
Downloaded on PC, trying to learn what the hell's going on. Draz, the best advice I can give to you is this game's got one hell of a steep learning curve. Yes, I gave this a shot for 3 days. I was not finding anything with it that I was happy with, because I had just got done pretty much being addicted to Destiny, and I was ready to delete it, and completed a mission that opened up the modding section of your ship and your Warframe, and the game completely changed once I realized what modding did for this game. It turned it from some stupid, just active, regular hack and slash to a game of chess. And I absolutely love this game.
I won't say a game of chess.
It requires some actual... It requires some thought and planning to get some really good builds out of your mods.
I'm sad that they changed the jaw sword from puncture to...
What rank are you? So a fucking noob.
Slash.
Whatever you feel like calling a noob, dude.
Oh my god.
Rank don't mean a whole lot in this game. I have seen rank 18s pop into a Warframe mission and don't know the difference between their ass and a hole in the ground.
Damn, that looks so fucking badass.
What rank am I currently at? If you must know, I'm a rank 10, and the only reason why I'm that's because I see no reason in this game as of now to go any higher.
Oh wait, I just realized this loser doesn't have...
I primarily use a Nova, but being the fact that we're doing... Oh shit, I gotta build my... Nova's my main, but being the fact that we're doing vault runs, I'm sticking with something a little beefier. What does rank do for you? Ranks 1 through 5 to 6 will unlock the ability to access certain types of weapons. From there, the only thing that's locked out to you is the Dragon Nakana, which is rank 8. Beyond that, ranks 9 through 18, there's, other than gloating purposes, there's nothing to it. The developers have said that they are going to change that with some higher level missions and gears requiring higher ranks to access. So when those pop out, I'll be going through my ranks again. But till then, I see no reason to.
You don't want to rush this way, but
Operator,
give me hobble. I want to try something
begin
different.
another mission.
Alright, what were you using then?
I was using decaying.
Decaying? Alrighty.
Want to see if speed with a bow is gonna...
I've never rep farmed. You don't really have to. It's 2-3 runs of a defense will get your weapon up to level 30, and then you just toss it.
You just toss that around.
I got to rank 8 in 2 weeks. This game is not hard to rank up on. It practically means nothing.
The rep farm is more for the syndicates, isn't it, though?
It took me for fucking ever to get to rank 8. Because I wasn't leveling weapons.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons it took Alex forever to get to rank 8, because he was using the same stuff over and over again.
They say that you get a more mastery rank every time you complete a new mission on a planet that you haven't done yet.
Yeah, you also get mastery ranks for completing missions and whatnot, but you really don't get a whole lot. I think it's something like 56 points, which isn't that much.
Yep. Because there's so many planets.
Not when you can just sit there and, you know, pop out, you know, get a Warframe, power level it to level 30 and like 2 tower runs, and then, okay, Ash is done, you're gone. And that's 6,000 points right there, or a weapon, which will give you 3,000 points. As opposed to, here's this little grid waiting to be done, and it's going to offer you 30 to 50 points. Nothing to rush there.
Oh shit, I was sitting on my phone. My phone was under my ass.
Yeah, Willie, past that's a little harder because you've got to start really focusing on the prime stuff, but like I said, there's no real reason for me to rush to that right now. It's so I've not focused on it. I've got myself probably 6 or 7 prime Warframes and weapons that I can build and level up, but I have no desire to. If people are going to look down on me because, you know, I'm not a rank, you know, 16, 17, 18, 19, because I'm not going to sit there and, you know, like, build and crank out a Latran Prime.
Wait, so why are we waiting on Loser again?
Yes, we're waiting on Loser for some reason.
You had to go wash this girl's hair.
Oh, yeah.
He'll probably be 5 minutes tops. I mean, I know they plan really on adding important stuff for, like, the traders, which will require some levels. Higher level syndicates. The Syndanas, they'll be getting syndicate Syndanas that you'll have to be maxed out on those. What's the difference between primes and normals? Honestly, not a whole lot.
Probably more damage.
It depends on the gear. Like for
shields, some of them have more health.
Like for a Rhino, the difference between a Rhino and a Rhino Prime is
speed.
Starting at no, not speed. Actually, it's
That's a helmet.
I believe it's 50 more health and 50 more shields starting out, and that's it.
And it comes with polarity slots.
Energy. Probably
some of them will come with different polarity slots, but for like the Bolter and the Bolter Prime, the Bolter Prime, I think per bullet does either 2 or 3 more damage per shot and has 5% more critical and status chance, and that's it. In the end, between the normal version and the prime version statistically is always going to be better, but only by nothing more than, say, out of all of its abilities, 5%, 1 to 5%. There's nothing game-breaking about a prime.
You know what I found? I found a video of someone soloing T4 with a Bratton.
Well, depending on how many forms they have.
Depends on how old the video was, too.
6 formas. It's pretty recent, actually. I don't know, a week old.
Getting the Kubra collar, can't pass it.
You'd have to know what build he went for, too.
He went for a straight-up damage build.
I
mean, she went for a straight-up damage build.
What was she using then? Like what Warframe?
Excalibur.
Oh God.
Damn.
What is Forma? Forma. What is a Forma?
Forma is a little...
This little puzzle, golden puzzle piece is a Forma. If you've gotten far enough into the game where you've unlocked... you'll have to look onto the wiki, Mason, to find out what enemy drops sprint boost and where best to farm it. As for the Forma, when you get to the point where you can mod out your equipment, let's see if I've got a naked one right now. Probably not. Nope, not on this guy. Oh, Jesus.
Who here has found the Vectis a decent weapon?
Seriously?
To be honest, I haven't used it.
What's a Vectis?
Okay.
Sniper
you got your
rifle.
ore
It's a
slot
weird
up here,
sniper
and then
rifle.
you got your 8
I
build
have-
slots down here.
I have it. It's not that bad.
These are non-elemental. These two over here, you'll see this one's got like the diamond, or some people call it the inverted D. And then there's this one that has the polarity that I call the R, other people call it a V. But basically you'll notice that there's the similar symbols on each of your mods. This one right here is a handspring, which is a dash at 6. You put it up here, it takes 6 from your total mod allowed. You put it in a matching polarity, and it cuts the cost in half. It would drop down to a 3, giving you more points to spend in your other mod slots. If I was to put it into a non-matching slot, it cuts it in half and then adds that half over, so instead of a 6, it's going up to an 8 or 9, making it cost more. So obviously you want to get a mod that's of a matching polarity and put it in the slot to have it cost less. What a Forma does is it gets one of these slots, and while you're activating it, you go over, hit R3, you click on your polarization, which takes a Forma, and you can either get a slot that's one element and change it to another, or you can get a blank and add one to it. So you can basically get all 8 slots, or even the aura slot, and put it of the element you want for min-maxing your character build. So formas are very important for late game stuff.
You just want to start it and wait for...
Well, being it's a capture, it's going to be infinite enemy spawn, and if we leave him, he's going to get taken down and die.
No, we'll start it and we'll just wait in the starting point and start just killing stuff.
Alright, let's go in. How do you
but
add
he's not
one?
going to get the reward.
Well, yeah, he'll be idle. You're right there. How do you add one? First, you have to get the blueprint for it. It can come as a daily reward. There'll be alerts for it. Apparently, they break out of containers in the void. You can purchase one. But basically, once you get the blueprint, you build it. They take quite a few resources to build, but once you get it built, it takes 24 hours. You come over to your arsenal, and anything that's moddable can have it. Your Warframe, your primary, your secondary, your melee, your companion, and his weapon. All of them can be formed. And you just go to it, to the spot, and for some reason it's not saying it specifically on this screen, but what you do is you hit R3 and it brings up this. The second slot will allow you to add a catalyst, which will double its mod capacity. The third slot right here where it says polarization, that's what you click on, and it will put an icon over the mod slots here, and you can hit X to change the symbol to the element you want, and you hit square to finalize it, and it'll ask one last time, are you sure that's what you want to do, and you either hit yes or no. Fair warning, when you put a forma on something, it has to be level 30, and when you finalize it, it drops it back down to level 0, and you got to level it up all the way over again. So if you see a person with something that's got 6 formas on it, they've had to re-level that thing over 6 times.
Order seems to have misplaced
I know my bolter has 4 formas in it.
But when you get mods that take up 15 to 20 mod points, cutting that thing down to 8 or 9 is an absolute must.
Also, don't you get 3,000 more mastery points if you level it up one time? That's
No.
3,000.
Nope.
And format
No extra mastery points. Once the item hits rank 30 the first time, you can no longer gain mastery for it. You gain mastery only for items you have not used before.
Hence the term mastery. That.
Basically, it's the game's keeping track of how much of the total game's content you have experienced.
Oh damn.
What kind of sucks is this game kind of gets stale after a while.
It depends on what you're doing and who you're doing it with. I mean, it does have its down moments, but if you've got yourself a good group of friends to hang around with, you can have a lot of fun doing it. There are some things that are definitely a grind, though.
An extremely long time, so I had to I came back and there was like so much content for me to explore.
I mean, I can safely say I probably wouldn't have been on this for as long as I have if it wouldn't been for this group of guys I'm hanging around with. Us chasing around alerts, finding all the bugs that happened to us. I mean, if I was playing with a bunch of randoms and the door decides to push me into the wall, I would have thrown a fit and go, okay, I'm done with this game, I'm going to go play Rogue Legacy. But no, when I'm playing with these bunch of goofy nuts, I get caught in a door and we're all taking screenshots, we're all poking at each other, and an angry, stressful situation becomes enjoyable.
Very enjoyable.
I mean, look at the round we just had. We all got the laugh. We're sitting here at the exit point, and Blood Alex falls through the floor. Again.
Hey, I'm clumsy. Deal with it.
There's this one strange glitch where I try to look at the squad's profiles, and all your profiles are like blacked out, and then when I go up to look at my profile, it freezes the screen. Like I can't do anything.
Well, then stop looking at profiles. That easy. Never said the game was flawless. Far from. But no, as far as the group thing, that's with any online multiplayer game. It could be the worst game ever. And if you've got a great group of people to play it with, you're going to find some entertainment in it.
We have multiple targets of interest.
But this is a great game with great friends. It's even better, and it definitely helps with the slower aspects.
Man, I remember those days of update 11.
Except for interception. I'm sorry, Corpus and Grenier interception is boring no matter what.
Yeah, I never liked that.
Then you know I'm only using the dark stuff.
That's definitely one of the things they need to fix.
High-value targets. Their capture is crucial.
Oh, that's right, I got no shields. Good thing I'm a rhino.
La pongo 3 minutos y cuando ya se para la escena abrida. ¿Ah? No, pongo 3 minutos y cuando ya te está llegando a 30 segundos ya para.
Oh yes, we're doing captures, that's right.
Still doing 1,000 damage with an extinguished key.
What, you telling her how to reprogram a microwave or something?
No, I'm having a party. My little cousins were asking to make popcorn. My mom asked me how much time I put it in. Since I'm the only one in the family that actually knows how to do it right.
Target apprehended.
Tell her to read the
Did you
directions.
not
I know
read the
for a
instructions?
fact microwave
It doesn't
popcorn has
read
Spanish
English.
directions on it. I cooked some yesterday. Half the package was in Spanish.
Yeah, well, she's blind in one eye a little, so she
Have her use her good one?
Multiple
She's blind in one eye and
biosignatures
can't see out the other.
got infested incoming.
You know, one of my teachers, like, apparently she found out that one of her grandfathers or uncles was part of the KKK, and he was like the leader.
Oh God, how do you fucking work around that?
I know.
You can't. Well, you can't. Oh, found the vault again. Safety hobbled.
He was
You
like
found the
something
vault?
weird.
Well, I'm not extinguished, so I'm going for the target.
It says you're decaying on the
What the heck?
on squad.
That was close.
Did you say you found the vault?
Yeah, but
Oh man, I wish I had Crimson Dervish for my Dakra.
I'd rather be. I only have Iron Phoenix. I want to see some dirty.
Yeah, but it's so damn rare. It's like a 1 in 1,000 chance. I don't know why they said it's that's so damn high.
Okay, I got one idea, but I'm gonna fucking hate myself if I miss this.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
I'm gonna see if I can glitch myself in there.
Found a target. Capture them quickly before they escape.
I've done it twice. In 2 different rooms. I'm gonna see if I can do it.
We're getting meleeed to death, whether you like it or not, buddy.
Awesome. Can you put a waypoint on where the vault is at? So I can know where to aim for?
Work. We'll interrogate
I thought you were the one that found it.
Your part is done here, Tenno.
I know, but we need to keep
If you found it, you know where it's at.
Yeah, but we don't have a key.
You said decaying?
Yeah.
You said it was extinguished.
No.
On my way.
How could you have it?
He thought that you had an extinguished key is what happened.
Yeah, I have a extinguished key. I said...
No, he thought the Storm had one too or something like that.
He told me he was using Hobbled and that he had decaying on.
What is the strangest thing you've ever seen?
Not allowed to answer that question.
Pretty much.
Some weird TV show. Some weird Japanese TV show.
Yeah,
well, if it's Japanese, then you know it's gonna be something freaky about it.
Gonna need another waypoint. It's already worn off.
Go somewhere near just. Okay, now hopefully this works.
You've unlocked
Okay,
Tenoroku
there we go.
It's clean.
Or you can, okay.
Being impaired by the artifact.
You ruined my fame.
You've
Thank
got
you.
it.
Awesome.
I ruined your thing.
This artifact.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I glitched myself in there. You opened the door.
Well, that's what you get for glitching in there. Don't blame me for your stupidity.
Cheaters never win. Okay, I'm kind of doing some Mission Impossible shit right now.
I'm stuck on a chair. That's pretty stupid, though.
Don't judge me. I fell on a chair.
Who said melee's not viable?
I'm doing melee right now. That's bullshit. You can going fine.
Whoever said melee was not viable.
What too far?
Melee is always viable.
How I have my darkest set up, it's even better. You're not on T4.
Is that in Silva and Aegis?
So wait a minute.
Yeah.
Why am I missing?
You know what sucks?
Health
it looks so
and
damn
shields.
cool. I thought it would be like really cool, but it just doesn't do enough damage.
He's level 1, so he bought it with the play. He had it with the
This key must really hate me.
What?
It's draining my health and my shields at the same time.
Really?
Not looking.
My shields is at 247, my health is at 300. It should be 12. It should be 1,200 shields and 700 health.
Oh, that must suck. Whoa.
So I'm nerfed across the board.
I'm shady.
Yeah, I'm a slow.
Jesus. That Volt. That ability is so loud.
Well, overload?
Yeah, it's like thunder. Complete thunder. Like.
Oh really?